Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube page. My name is Innocent, and on today's episode I'll be explaining how to create a drop down like this using the SUMIF and the COUNTIF formula. So please ensure you watch this video to the end so you have a proper understanding. Thank you. So on my screen here is the list of individuals containing their state and the sales for the week. So the task here is that I calculate the total sales based on their states. So what I'm going to do is that firstly I'm going to create a drop down that is going to list the total sales. So before that, let me show you the basic formula of SUMIF that can be used to calculate this. So we come here, click on the SUMIF. Now SUMIF, the range includes the states, so I'm going to highlight the whole state, then use the F4 button to lock it, then equals to the criteria. What exactly am I trying to sum? So I want to sum of the state, which of the state, Lagos state for instance, then the sign Lagos, comma, and the sum range, where is the position of the sales. So I'm going to come to this part here, click on the F4 button to lock. So in case you want to drag down, you will not affect anything. Equals to, good. So this way it's going to automatically calculate the sales per state. Now let's say I want to change the state to Abuja. So I can easily come here, then adjust this to Abuja, then use the same code and then click on enter. Automatically it will give me the formula, the result using the SUMIF. Now if you want to push this into a much more advanced state, whereby you create a drop down and then you don't need to start typing the state manually, I'm going to show you in a very easy way. Just ensure you watch the video to the end. So firstly, I'm going to create a drop down containing the list of states. Here I've listed it here: Lagos, Abuja and Kano. So I'm going to come here using the data validation section to insert a drop down. So click on data validation. Now click on this part here, lists. So lists, I'm going to insert the source of my data. So here I'm going to click on this part here, then OK. So if you can see here, it automatically created the list of states. I don't need to start inputting the state manually. So for the results section, I'm still going to use the same formula. SUMIF, the same thing I did earlier on. The range is the state. The criteria is this part here, because this section of G2 I already inserted the table containing the list of states, so I don't need to start inputting it manually. Then comma, then the sum range is the range containing the sales. Close the brackets and press enter. So when I come here, I can easily insert the drop down. So if I click on Lagos, it's going to give me the total sales for Lagos. If I click on Abuja, it's going to give me the total sales for Abuja. The same applies to every other state listed there. So the next here is the COUNTIF. So the COUNTIF can be used to count the number of data using a specific criteria. So as expected, I'm going to use the formula COUNTIF. So here is the range of the data. So I'm counting the state, which is Lagos, Abuja, Kano. Then the criteria, what is the criteria? So I want to count Lagos. Close the brackets, enter. So here I have 4 names from Lagos state. If I want to edit the data here, I can click here, then change it to, let's say, Kano. So we have one for Kano. If you want to make this in a more presentable way, you can always format it such that you create a drop down, just like I did for the SUMIF. So let's do that here too. So you come here, click on the data tab, data validation, lists. The source is the list containing the whole states. Press enter. So the drop down has been created. So now insert the formula. COUNTIF, and the range is this, and the criteria is this cell here. Then click on the bracket and close. So here if I click on the Abuja, it's going to count it for me 3. If I click on Kano, it's going to give me 1. If I click on Lagos, it's going to give me 4. In the next video, I will show you how to handle multiple conditions using COUNTIF and SUMIF. Trust me, this is where it gets very powerful. Please ensure you subscribe, like this video for more tutorials. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.